Hello, hello. Happy May. Where are my fellow May babies? Are you excited for your birthday? Even if you're not a May baby, guess what? We are going to talk about what the astrology and tarot cards are bringing to this month so that you can be your most prepared self. And hi, I'm Mel, aka Pocket Mystic, and I am on a mission to make mysticism more accessible through tarot, astrological updates, and guided meditations that fit seamlessly into your schedule. So this month I'm going to be trying something different. I want mysticism to be accessible, right? And I know we're all busy. We're all so busy. So I'm going to do 2 different videos. One is going to be 6-ish minutes or less to give you just the high level, what you need to know, and then one where I go more in depth into the astrology and what the tarot has to say. So the 6-minute will be like, here's me distilling all of that information into something that is easily digestible and you can pay attention to. And if you're like, no, I want more, then don't worry. We have one where I'm going deep, giving you all the details. And if you're watching this, you chose the in-depth version. So let's settle in, grab a cuppa of whatever suits you, or you can go find the short version if you're like, no, sorry, I did not sign up for this. Okay, so as always, we will start with the astrology and then get into a tarot spread to support us during this time based on what's happening astrologically. With the astrology, I always like to remind us of where we're at to help frame where we're going. But before I say that, I also want to remind you, the person who has the best authority over what's best for your life is you. So if anything I say, you're like, I don't like it, I'm not interested, chuck it in the bucket, babe. No worries. Okay. So first and foremost, we have Pluto in Aquarius doing his Plutonian thing, right? Pluto in Aquarius is all about rebalancing, restructuring to bring power and strength back to the collective. It's like little pieces got taken away when I was in different places and I'm bringing it back, baby. And if you wish Pluto would work faster, yeah, you and me both, I get it. But none of these planets work in a silo. And now that Neptune has moved out of Pisces and into Aries, and Uranus has finally just moved out of Taurus and into Gemini, he is getting some major firepower for his mission, okay? He's getting back up to what he's trying to do. And it's also the year of the horse. So we are either the fire horse, by the way. So we are either charging ahead or we are being dragged. And if you're like, Mel, I do not feel that way, I feel stuck. Or if you're like, help, I am being dragged and I would like to sit upright on this horse instead. Well, you are in luck with May, okay? Because the month of May, especially the first part, is about us getting settled into our saddle. It's about our feet being properly placed in the stirrups so we can tuck in and prepare to move. Every month has been so chaotic, and I'm not saying May is without chaos, but this is giving us a moment. It's giving us space. It's giving us pause at the beginning. There will be some things that are happening at the end. Now, May is a month of illumination, of truth, and release. It is like the 9 year before we move fully ahead into the 1 year, into the era of fire and air that we are entering and will fully enter at the very end of June. The beginning of May is going to expose truths we have been avoiding, both collectively and personally, and it is giving us an opportunity to finally, for good, release what is not serving us and a lot of what is not serving the collective. It all starts with a bang on the 1st of May, when we have a full moon in Scorpio. Now, I always love a full moon in Scorpio. It is one of my favorite moons to work with when I am ready to shed old habits, relationships, and beliefs that are not serving me. And that's because Scorpio rules the depths. It is a sign of intensity and truth. It is a sign that is not afraid to go where no one has gone before, in honor of the freedom that such truths bring. But this is an especially potent full moon in Scorpio because Uranus just left Taurus. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to my last episode about Uranus moving into Gemini, because it's going to be a theme in your life for the next 7 years. So it's helpful to know what's going on. Now, Taurus and Scorpio are sister signs, and Scorpio is like a shadow to Taurus. And that means whatever hell, pain, doubt, fear, or habits that the last 7 years of Uranus in Taurus have brought into your life, and I know they have brought them into your life because they have brought them into mine, they're getting an extra boost from this full moon to be released. Like, this is like, hey, we can say goodbye to that phase of our lives. We can close that chapter with this full moon. And if you're not sure what it is, if you're like, well, I do feel like I want to close this chapter, but I don't know what I need to release, this moon is going to illuminate it for you. That's what a full moon does. It's illuminating the things that are hidden in the night. Now, you can release anything you want at a full moon, and I think personally you can release anything you want anytime you want. The full moon gives us that really supportive energy to do so. But if you want to work more directly with this full moon, look at which house Taurus and Scorpio occupy in your chart. And if you're not sure, drop your rising sign below and I can tell you. So that's the first of the month, right? And also on this day, we have Mercury conjunct Chiron. So expect your wounds to feel a bit louder. Sorry. For them to be asking to be heard and paid attention to, but that's great because we can hear them, honor them, and release the things that don't help in their healing process. We have the sun already in Taurus at the beginning of the month, bringing this aspect of like rootedness and connecting into our bodies and into our sensuality. This is the sign of being embodied. And then on the 2nd of May, we have Mercury entering Taurus, and our conversations are going to move from sort of fiery with a tendency to maybe think before we talk and into that grounded energy, into that practical energy. Taurus is a sign of practicality, and we are going to want to get practical. This is boosting us here with getting into the saddle energy of the month, because it's like, all right, let's get down to brass tacks. Like, let's make this horse work, you know? We have Pluto going into retrograde on May 6th. This could be nothing. Like, outer planets are in retrograde half of the year a lot of the times. But it could be Pluto kind of working its way backward to clean up some unfinished business. Like, okay, let's turn this horse around. I do want to address that thing that I let slide previously. I'm not letting it slide now. This will be more on the collective level than a personal level, though you might feel some power dynamics in your life starting to gain friction. We have the sun going conjunct Mercury on May 16th, so expect a boost in your confidence to communicate your needs and your worth. And then, same day, we also have a new moon in Taurus. Yes, we love it. I will be doing a video on all of that, so we won't dive too deep in here, but it will be a great opportunity for manifesting, for setting your intentions. And then on May 17th, Mercury moves to join Venus and Uranus in Gemini. Now, Venus is about to be on its way out, but on the 18th, we're gonna get a Kazemi. We are getting Mercury and Uranus together. And so that upheaval transformation that Uranus is bringing into Gemini is going to get a microphone. You are going to hear about it. You are going to see, okay, this is what is being transformed. This is what is out of alignment and is going to be brought into alignment. Also, on May 18th, Venus does kiss goodbye to Gemini. That's why I said it's just like a brief little moment of Mercury and Venus being together there, but it's going to move into Cancer Venuses. So let's think nurture baby. We are going to need to nurture ourselves and our loved ones because on May 22nd, we have the sun going conjunct Uranus. This is going to be like a lightning bolt where anything that does not align with our lives is either going to be cleaved from us or so in our face we cannot ignore it anymore. So if you didn't clean up at the full moon in Scorpio, don't worry. The astrology is here for you. It's saying we're doing it now. It's also a great day for innovation. So maybe we'll get some major tech announcement, hopefully something that is actually tech that we feel is supportive to us, but it will be big and it will be bold. So schedule a self-care day, but if you only get one per month, you're going to want to wait till May 25th, but let me not skip over this because May 20th, we do have the sun going into Gemini, thinking, conversations, moving a million miles a minute, technology. Hello, it's in the spotlight now. Okay, so also on the need for nurture, we will have Mars, the planet of action and aggression, squaring Pluto on May 25th. Now, Pluto is cleaning up here. It is fire. It is not taking no for an answer on the collective level. Personally, you're going to feel some tug of war here. You're going to feel like, okay, damn, something does not feel right. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of or someone is being dishonest. So pay close attention. And then on May 31st, we get another full moon, baby. That's right, 2 full moons in May. This one is in Sagittarius, and I love this. Okay, my moon is in Sagittarius, and also I'm a Cancer rising, so I am ruled by the moon. I'm seeing this moon as a sign for freedom. It's like, let's release all the ties that bind so you can get Sag in this summer, so you can enjoy yourself and all the experiences that the warm months are naturally offering you, right? It's like, let's have some fun. And now, with all of that, let's get into a tarot spread to support you during this month. We are going to do what I'm calling a ride the horse spread. So we'll have 7 cards that are sort of mirroring the arc of May's energy from the Scorpio full moon all the way through to our Sag freedom. I'm going to pull this for the collective, but for a more personalized experience, you can pull this for yourself. So the first card is going to be the Saddle. This is kind of drawing from the overarching Pluto and Aquarius energy. This is our orientation card, right? Where are we needing to get situated going into May? What is our seat of power? And then the second card will be for the full moon in Scorpio. What is it going to be illuminating from the shadow? What old Taurus era wound or pattern or relationship was Uranus disrupting? And now we're giving it the final invitation out. Card 3 will be the stirrups. This is like the anchor energy, right? With the Taurus sun energy and Mercury in Taurus. What is stabilizing us? What is practical, embodied support that holds us steady enough to move? Card 4 will be the wound, which is honoring the Mercury Chiron conjunction on May 1st. Which hurt is really loud? And what does it need from us? And then card 5 will be the lightning bolt. So this will be related to the Sun-Uranus conjunction on May 22nd, the moment anything out of alignment is getting cleaved or forced into view. This card is saying, what has to go? We can let it go before May 22nd. Why not? And then card 6 will be all for the new moon in Taurus. What are we planting after the release of Scorpio? What seeds do we want to set? And card 7 will be the open road in honor of our Sagittarius full moon. The promise at the end of all this truth telling, all this depth, all this getting situated. Okay, where are we going? Where are we running to on our fire horse? Like, what freedom is available when we've done the work for this month? So I will shuffle the cards. Okay, the cards, they are funny. I think I say that every time I need something new. So we had 2 cards that wanted to pop out and say hello. And they're both 9s. And I'm pretty sure I said this month is kind of like a 9-year month, right? Okay, so we have the 2 of 9s arriving together, the 2 9s. We have a 9 of Pentacles, and we have a 9 of Cups. And they are coming together as the frame for this whole spread. Nines in tarot, like nines in numerology, sit right at the threshold, almost complete, nearly arrived. The Nine of Pentacles is sovereign abundance. She is the woman in the garden who has built something real and stands in it with total self-possession. And the Nine of Cups is the Wish card. It's one of my favorite cards. It's like deep emotional satisfaction. I have what I have wanted. Together they're saying this reading is happening in the context of us already having done the real work. I know you guys have been doing so much work. I know you guys are like, no more work, no more healing. You've done it, and we are close to genuine arrival, right? So we're going to hold that as a container for every card. So card 1 for the saddle, we have the Hanged Man, and our seat of power this month comes from surrender. The Hanged Man is not stuck. He chose. He chose to hang in this position. He suspended himself deliberately to gain a completely different perspective. Now, with Pluto and Aquarius restructuring the collective power, our personal orientation in May is stop trying to steer the ship. Instead, trust the pause. The horse knows the way. Our job is to get in our saddle, right? And let the horse show us. We can stop gripping the reins. Card 2, full moon in Scorpio. What is being illuminated here? We have the Knight of Cups. So what is being illuminated for release is an old emotional story. It's probably something that we romanticize about something or someone else, maybe like a dream we had or a house we wanted or a relationship we wanted, something we've romanticized that isn't and never was real, that we kept romanticizing to the point we couldn't see the truth, right? So the Knight of Cups rides in with a feeling and vision, but sometimes chases what feels beautiful rather than what is true. And as this Scorpio full moon, we're going to be asked to see clearly where we have been following a feeling or an ideal rather than reality. The release here, it's not necessarily a person. It's just a narrative that we've been riding too hard. Card 3, we have the stirrups. This is 2 of Cups. So our grounding this month is in genuine connection and people who genuinely refill our cups. The 2 of Cups is mutual recognition, the moment 2 people truly see and enjoy each other. This card, as our stabilizing force, says that real relationship with another person or our own deepest self is what keeps us steady in the saddle. We don't have to do May alone. We don't. If you feel like you're doing it alone, just comment, I'm here. But let yourself be met by someone. Like, let yourself be open to receive. Then card 4, what's the wound? We have a star. Oh my gosh, this is the most tender and beautiful placement in this spread. It follows the Tower, which is the card for Uranus. It is the card of healing after devastation, of quiet hope renewed. So the wound asking to be heard this month is not raw or angry. I think we've been raw and angry. We've felt that so much. But it's a place where we have learned to stop hoping, right? Because we've been raw, we've been angry, and we're like, whatever, I'm just giving up. So it's a place where we've dimmed the light to stay safe. Mercury and Chiron together are turning up the volume on that old story. And the star is saying, the light didn't go out, okay? It's still here. You can still keep hoping for something better. Card 5, the lightning bolt. This is why I'm saying the cards are funny. It's the Tower. The Tower is the lightning bolt. Uranus is the lightning bolt. Uranus is the Tower. So the Tower and the Sun Uranus conjunction position, it's like 2 on the nose here, right? It's like the cards knew what they were doing. So something is coming down. A structure, a belief, a situation that has been built on an unstable foundation will crack open around May 22nd. And the key with Tower energy is that it only feels catastrophic if you are attached to the structure. And that's where the Hanged Man is really coming in, because we're saying, you know what? The way things have been is not working. I find comfort in knowing what they are, but I'm letting go of it. I am ready for that that tower to fall down. And when we release our grip in that way, we will feel relief on this day. Because Pluto and Uranus are both in this together, right? And Pluto wants to bring power back to the collective. So this is a sacred demolition. Card 6 for new moon in Taurus. What are we planning? We have the Nine of Swords, which is like, what? This is our anxiety card. This is my least favorite card in the tarot. Like when I see this, I'm like, oh, usually I know it's already happening to me, but it's the 3 a.m. thoughts. It's the mind that won't stop. It's the fear that's larger and dark than in the daylight. And in the planting position of this Taurus new moon, I think the tarot here is suggesting that what we're being asked to plant is not an external thing. So much of our intentions and our manifestations are often about external things that we want. But I think this card is inviting us to set an intention for inner peace, right? For a better relationship with our own mind and our own thoughts. And isn't that interesting? Because Uranus is in Gemini, so it's disrupting how we think about things. So the practice is choosing deliberately and repeatedly to not believe everything we think, right? Our minds are designed to keep us alive, and a lot of ways that they do that is through fear. So after the tower falls, the mind wants to catastrophize. But this card is saying, what if instead of assuming the worst, we learn to dream and assume that this is for our good? Right? That's what we've been saying all of 2026. How good could this be for me? And then card 7, we have the open road, which is the Hierophant, which is interesting because this is the card of Taurus. And I personally, even though I'm a Sun Taurus, I have a hard time with this card sometimes. But here it's freedom feels almost counterintuitive, right? Because it's like about these like ancient systems and ways of being. And after a month of surrendering, releasing romantic illusions, healing our old wounds, surviving a tower moment, and quieting our anxious minds, what's waiting at the Sagittarius full moon is a deep knowing. It is acting as the inner teacher, the one who has integrated experience into wisdom. So the freedom at the end of May isn't wild and untethered. It's a freedom of someone who knows who they are and what they believe. And it's a different kind of liberation and one that lasts. And I also think it's like someone who knows that everything they really desire is they already have. We already have it, right? That's part of what we're rewriting. The story of capitalism tells us you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. And when you sit really with like what makes you happy on a daily basis, it's like, I love my quiet mornings. I love sitting with my dog. I love talking to my friend. It's not these things that we need to buy. And I think this is really giving us an opportunity to integrate that. So the through line of this spread, we've got 9s, right? So we've got the 2 9s that are signifiers of promised arrival. And this spread delivers through surrender, through truth telling, through necessary collapse, and through kind of realizing your mind is always preparing for the tower and just saying, that's okay. Every time the tower comes, it's doing its clearing, and I don't need to be afraid. And I can listen to the Hierophant within me. So we're going to trust what falls, and we're going to trust what remains. So if you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me to reach more people. And I will see you for the Taurus new moon on the 16th. Until then, giddy up, baby. Get yourself comfortable in that saddle. I feel so hopeful about May, about June, about July, and all of the positive changes that that they're going to bring, and I hope that I can share a little bit of my hope with you.